It's a little windy, but we haven't done a tour in the gardens in a little while, and you gotta see what all is going on. There's a lot more. This is gonna take a little while. So get you a snack, get you a beverage, sit down, buckle up. This is awesome. Okay, so as soon as we come out the front door, this is where the peppers are. Okay, we've got some awesome peppers going on. Look at this gigantic thing here. We've got, this one is habaneros. We've got serranos. We've got red ghost peppers. Eggplant. He is putting in some cayenne pepper. Sorry about that. Some cayenne pepper right now. I almost dropped the phone and I just grabbed it over the camera. We've got every variety of pepper that we could get our hands on. And we've got several varieties of eggplant, and we are going to have as much of this for the farmers market as possible, as well as pickling and you know, for our salsas and all of that. Now over here there's something crazy growing. It's called a climbing cucumber, and it kind of looks like a watermelon. We never knew what it was. It's actually native to this area, and they're about this big. Yeah, or Guadalupe cucumber. He's right. I forgot about that. But they get about this big, and we can pickle them. We never knew what they were. We just constantly were pulling them and trying to get rid of them. But now we know that it's edible, and we can enjoy some free produce that nature has provided. All right, this is Megan's little snap peas, sugar snap peas. I can't get my words out today. She's got peas growing right here. She's been eating them. We're going to try and take some of those off of there and pickle some. And then we've got beautiful flower vines that are going to take over. I can't wait to see the flowers wrapping around this beautiful sunflower. This thing is going to be gorgeous. Look, we're about to get our first flower. So excited. Okay, today we added some more flowers. We've got basil. Those purple plants are basil. This is an blue anise sage. We've got morning glories. And dahlia is what we planted over here. Those aren't morning glories. What are those called? What is that back there?
Marigolds.
Marigolds, not morning glories. Jeez Louise. I'm going to get my crap together one of these days.
Cinnamon basil.
Cinnamon basil.
Purple basil. Majorum. Marigolds.
Marigolds. That's it. And then blue anise sage. And
more purple basil.
Yeah, more purple basil.
And more marigolds.
And these are the dahlia bulbs that we put in today. All right, right here are our blueberries. We've got the blueberries right under the pine trees because they need what the pine trees have, and they like to grow together. So we've got our blueberries with the pine trees right here beside the garden. You want to show them Zucchini Hill? Let's show them Zucchini Hill. Oh, there's zucchini all over this hill now. This was just some grass and dirt that Stuart pulled from over here before we planted the corn. And the girls came and put zucchini seeds all in this hill. And they have taken off. They are just going wild. This whole hill is going to be covered in zucchini. That's so exciting. It's corn. It has the juice. It has the juice. Look at all that corn. Look at all that corn. Sweet corn, y'all. Yummy, nummy, sweet corn for all of us to eat. Oh, I can't wait to take this to the farmer's market. Corn. So much corn. It's so exciting. This hill is planted with onions right here behind the corn. We've got yellow and white onions already starting to sprout and come up. So excited about this. Okay, back here we have cucumbers. Okay, there's cucumbers back here. Cantaloupe, lots of cantaloupe. And then we've got watermelon at the end of this row. One watermelon. And this one is, what was this one? Zucchini, more zucchini. Lots more zucchini. Yep, more zucchini there, and then we just threw some seeds out here, kind of like a chaos garden. We didn't even do this on purpose, but all 3 colors of marigolds are right here in a row that we planted. And then we've got some beautiful sunflowers coming up right here. Those are going to be amazing. Over here, we already have things coming, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That is beautiful zucchini. And then we've got butternut squash here. And there's another one there.
Beans already had little beans over the okras.
Yep, we're getting beans. Okra already has okra coming in. And look at this okra. Look at the colors on that. It's going to be colored okra. It's not just plain green. Look at that. It's so exciting.
The onions that were from seed, not
Yep,
bulbs.
onions from seed, not from bulb, which was what you just saw was the one from the bulbs. We've got beets coming up right here. Look at that. Oh, look at this okra. This okra's getting big. Look at that. That's more of that cool, colorful okra. We've got the beans that's going to grow up and hold on to that okra as it gets tall.
Dill hiding all around it.
Yep, and dill everywhere. All these plants that work together
Or carrots.
in harmony. Look at the carrots. Carrots are going strong, y'all. Ooh, look at that. Look how big that is. That's so exciting. And there's watermelons back there. Watermelons are doing good. We got shallots going right here. We got more flowers. Help those bees so they don't have to work so hard. And then we come up to our maters. These are Amish
large.
Amish large. Figure out what these things are called. And they're supposed to get huge. They're so big that they weigh the plants down so much. We've had to take some off because they're so heavy. And we've got so many onions right here. Those are doing really good. We got my favorite little mound of marigolds right there. I absolutely love that little mound of marigolds. It just makes my heart happy. We got radishes. Ooh, you know what I see over there? I see something. Ooh, there's some more of them big Amish tomatoes. Ooh, 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 look at that. Look at that.
Yep, that's first ripe.
First ripe tomato, y'all. And there's 2 of them.
No cherries. Which ones are these again? Hold on.
Look at that. We got some little maters coming, y'all. That's so exciting. So we got the first ripe tomatoes of the season. So exciting. I found 3.
Go down and look at the cilantro.
Oh, yeah, we got cilantro right here in between the different varieties of tomatoes that we have back here. And the cilantro is coming in nice and strong. And we've got tomatoes of every age. So that way we'll be able to produce tomatoes for a little bit longer. And we've got radishes.
This is our 3rd harvest of radishes.
Yeah, we're on our 3rd harvest of radishes. And we've got 4 rows with four varieties, right?
Yes, well, 5.
5 varieties this time. And then these tomatoes are doing good. They're so bushy and so happy. And there's so many tomatoes in there. Look at that. So many tomatoes. And then this over here is colorful corn. And that's going to be absolutely beautiful when we harvest that. All right, now look at the chaos garden, y'all. Look at this.
Tomatoes.
Tomato.
Pumpkin.
A pumpkin. Beans.
That's a pepper.
Yeah, and that's beans right there. And then we got dill, more tomatoes, more dill, beets.
More
Pumpkin or squash. There's another tomato.
lettuce.
Yep, lettuce coming up everywhere. And what is that one? Is that basil?
This might be basil.
It might be basil. We got lots of beans, more tomatoes.
More tomatoes all
More
the way back.
pumpkins. Tomatoes are springing up absolutely everywhere. We planted some more lettuce in here yesterday.
Pepper of some sort.
And this,
Bell pepper.
I think this might, yeah, that's lettuce too. Lettuce or kale. Might even be radishes. Wait, that might be a radish. I'm not sure. Oh, collard. That's what it is. Okay. All the leaves look so similar whenever they're young. But we've got a lot of good yummies coming up out here in the Chaos Garden. And look, it's starting to take off up the tree. That's so awesome. All right, and we're all super excited about this area because these are colorful sunflowers. Look at the color They are going to be dark, like black purple sunflowers. They are going to be so pretty. I cannot wait to see what those look like. They're going to be absolutely beautiful. And then we've got the vining flowers traveling up the sunflower as it grows. And they're all just working together. Look, this one reached out way over here and said, hold on, buddy, I need you. And they're holding up those sunflowers. And then back here, we have the loofah. And the loofah is already shooting up, grabbing onto those trellises, starting to move its way up, and we're going to have tons of loofah hanging off of here. And then what flowers were those? Those were those
yellow poof ball things.
yellow poof ball things. We don't know what they're called. We just got a lot of flowers that the bees would love. And over here we have all the cucumbers. Pickling cucumbers everywhere. Look at that. Look at those cucumbers. They are so freaking happy. Yes, so many cucumbers. We're going to have tons and tons of cucumbers. Ooh, that's a nice one. Oh, she's going to be happy about that one. That's perfect size.
Yesterday.
Yeah, that's awesome. They're going to go crazy. They're just getting started. And we're going to have so many. It's so exciting. And then what's over here?
Ornamental gourds.
Geez, you just put this trellis up and it's like, hi, I'm going to climb.
I helped them up there, but you can see they're
Yeah, no, they've already wrapped themselves around it. He just got this up here. He was working on this yesterday. And look at how many wraps around that it did overnight. That's absolute insanity. They're just like, I want to climb. Let me climb. You just give them a little assistance and then they hang on for dear life and start climbing all by themselves. It's absolutely the coolest thing. Ooh, look. There's already one in there. Look at that. There's already one in there. That's so exciting. Is there some over here too?
No, not yet.
No. Just this one and this one.
Oh, right here. There's a decent sized one.
Look at that one. It's already yellow. Look at that. Those are yellow already. How wicked is that? Oh, look. That's so cool. Oh, there's a bunch on this one. I love it. And back here is okra. This is an insane amount of okra. We got okra over here.
And they're already starting to pop out little.
Oh, yep. Look at them little baby okras. Jeez, these plants aren't even big yet. And they're like, here we go. Here's produce. And there's okra everywhere. Look at all that okra mixed in with all the grass. So much okra. We're going to have okra for days. It's going to be amazing.
I would mow and weed this, but look, it gets this thing.
Yeah, it gets huge.
Also, there's no point in weeding it. It just helps keep the moisture in.
Yep. Keeps it all wet. And it helps to strengthen the ecosystem and allows we don't want a monoculture. We want the plants that we are growing to work with the natural landscape. So we have really good grass over here that actually helps hold the moisture in, and it's going to help keep these plants growing strong, providing nutrients, and they'll all work together. As these okra plants shoot above the weeds, it'll be perfect. All right, and we're calling all bees. Calling all bees. Look at this. Cosmos have shot up. These are celosia. They're really pretty. I love all those colors. They're so bright. Of course, I'm going to have to do something with my aloe vera. It needs a little help. We're going to pull that back out. This one's doing really good, but the other one seems to need a little help. But look at that one. Isn't it pretty? These are doing so good. We welcome all the bees. We have little bee stations everywhere because we want to make it easy for the bees. So we've got flowering plants all over the place. I can't wait to see that one. That one's going to be really pretty. This one hasn't made flowers yet, but it's shooting up and getting ready to make flowers. So we've got areas for the bees to stop in between so that way they don't get exhausted and they want to come back and tell all their friends. Stuart thinks that this is the dumbest thing to have on the farm, but I'm excited to make prickly pear jam. We've all gotten poked by these crazy plants, but I have two of them. This one is my prettiest one. Look at all those prickly pears that we're going to have. I can't wait to make prickly pear jam. I wonder exactly how many thorns I'm going to get in my fingers when I do this, but I cannot wait to do it. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's also good for the bees. The bees love these, right? So yeah, gotta have it. Okay, and last but certainly not least, we've got the mulberry, which is doing good. We're excited about the mulberry. And then we have the pecan, which already has tons of little peppers all over it. And then we have the strawberries. We're very excited about strawberries. Oh yes, look at that. Strawberries, y'all. So, as you can tell, there's been a lot of work going on around here. And things are growing, things are coming in, and we should have lots and lots of produce for the farmer's market very, very soon. So stay tuned. I'm about to eat these cherry tomatoes. Y'all are out of luck. The first ones are mine.